What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So I have been doing run after run against this thing in the practice. I haven't actually killed her in practice. To be fair, I'm not like using heals or anything in practice. I'm just learning the parry timings. But this is definitely the most cracked boss out of everything in this game. Like, the kill potential she has, frankly, is just outrageous. So, you know, we're gonna do the best we can. I'm kind of curious, how many heals do I still have? 49. Okay, healing is not going to be an issue. We're gonna be good on that front at least. I'm just trying different summons at this point. Go too early. Do that. Put it up.
Kill you.
I need you up higher. There we go. I definitely hit the parry timing on that. Isn't that weird? Honestly, like all of her startup frames, it feels like they hit you slightly faster than her animation does. Doing the big thing, get away from her. Wrong sign is dead. I don't think I can stop that. I think that just hits you.
Humans, die.
Yeah. Shoot something. You. I think the problem is almost every summon that comes into this, they're getting cooked before you even break the bar, with the exception of the bow guy, so I'm probably going back to him. Nope.
Kill you.
Don't stop that. It's my turn to stagger you. Back away. She's doing her thing. Just back away. Nope. Oh my god. We got 3 heals though.
Kill.
Got away from that. Yep, that's gonna blow. Okay. The problem is like half the shit she does starts just creating like AoE potential kills. No. She's combo assaulting me with the wolf.
Kill.
Nope. He just... Oh my god, dude. You fuck up at all, you're dead. Downlord had really good DPS in the practice I did with them, but...
Kill. You.
Nope, she's doing it. Hey, come on, get out of there! Yeah, I'm not even sure what happened there. She just grabbed me, and the next thing I know, I couldn't fucking see anything. I'm not even sure which did Downlord die?
Humans.
I guess Downlord died. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it pumped so much damage though. No, I hit my fucking button, bro.
Take this.
I'll heal up before she's here anymore.
Kill. You.
No, like what the fucking and literally parried her. I swear to God. You saw the parry happen.
You.
No. Oh my God, I gotta heal her. I'm dead. She's gonna hit me once I'm dead. Nope. I'm dead. God damn it. Right as I was in the I was just like, fuck, I just need to heal. If I just get off a heal, I can pull this off. Nope. No heal. Oh my God. One Jin Gang has been the best runs we've had so far. I think if I clean up my rotation a little bit, I can get this. Jesus Christ.
Kill. You.
Like, for real, man. If I'm at the highest possible level that a player can have right now, and I have all my gear maximized out, and you know, all of it is you know, all of it has the thing. You know, like, there's a couple pieces I could temper, basically. That's it. Like, everything. This is close to being like, oh yeah, your shit's maxed. It's not going to get much stronger than this. You know, like, you know, perfect. I attuned that. That does nothing for me. Like, how the fuck is this amount of damage appropriate, bro? Keep in mind, we're not on legend anymore. This is, we're just on fucking recommended. You know what? Actually, you know, let's see. I'm curious because I played the entire game without it. Put that shit on. We're gonna put on assist deflection and see what this fight looks like with that.
Kill you.
Dude, maybe this shit you're just meant to fight this with assist deflection on. You have assist deflect, you basically just got. You just parry everything. I'm making sure I understand this shit correctly. You know, it's interesting. It's like it turns it into a 2-2-E battle. What's crazy is I played the entire game without realizing this. There's so many combo chains where you can just continue those combo chains and then just be like, oh, I'm just gonna work on a parry and then get back to it. Oh. That is crazy that I had to put on the assist parry to get through that. And even then, still used up all of my heals because I fucking whiffed dodging half the shit. Oh, man. So let's do a mini review because this is basically going to be the end of my experience with this game. I know there's more content to come, but as I mentioned, we have a bunch of different stuff coming up. You know, we have, just in terms of like this month alone, you know, we have the Night Rain DLC that's dropping. We got a big update that's coming to Monster Hunter. And then as we get into the new year, Code Vein, Neo 3, Onimusha, Wolverine, like there's just games on games on games. So it's very unlikely that I'm going to have time to actually come back and play this. So let me see. Let me pull up my little review breakdown and we'll go through it. So first up, game's free to play. That's huge. Like the fact that this is free, you know, typically with a free to play game, to get this much time out of it, you're looking at like a MOBA. For me at least, like Dota 2 is still, you know, technically speaking, it's my most played game. I have over 2,000 hours in Dota 2. Played fucking countless matches of Dota 2. But like, I can't think of the last time I played a open world RPG that was free and vibe with it. Because the only ones that really come to mind for me are things like Genshin, Withering Waves, like all those. And something about those games, just, I don't know. They never did it for me. Tried playing them, was like, no, don't like it. Not for me. This, I actually ended up enjoying it quite a bit. Which I think that you know, speaks to just the general like, quality and content of the game. At the same time, there are some things that I'm a little, you know, taken aback by. Not as much of a fan of. And definitely a little amount of jank here and there. Now, like the jank, I think in general, the jank for the game, for the most part, I'd say I just excused it. Because I'm like, you know what? Yeah, there's some jank here and there. At the end of the day, it's free. It's a fucking free game, you know. If you're not having fun with it, you just stop playing. Now, with that being said, from just a raw gameplay perspective, there are some things I think I would have liked to see changed. You know, just thinking about weapons in general, I think that the weapon combos could have certainly had more depth. Because even after testing all the various weapons, I was kind of like, well, you know, I guess I'm just going to focus dual blades because I can pump damage. I get a innate stun window as I'm hitting stuff, and then it's, you know, it's pretty easy to keep doing stuff. You know, so I guess I'll just do that. But like, I wish there had been, I don't know, just more combo variety in the various weapons, because even stuff like strategic sword, I was like, oh, okay, I apply the bleed, I detonate the bleed. With the spear, it was like, okay, I apply this and then I sweep it to multiply it. Like, it felt very much like a, you know, an MMO rotation, which makes sense because the game is like, it's basically an MMO. But I think they're, you know, especially because this is a, you know, action RPG to an extent. I would have liked there to be a little more combat depth with some of the weapons. And I do think that is offset a little bit by the mystic skills. Like, the mystic skills give you variety, but I think the weapons themselves still could use a little bit more love. You know, alternative moves that you can work into, or, you know, branching upgrades for the moves. Like something like, oh, you know, cool, I'm running this build where when I do my pierce blade, it's gonna, you know, implement a defensive reduction or implement poison, whatever the case is. I think that would have been cool. And that might even be the case with like the way it is in the Chinese version, because I've seen somebody playing dual blades against some boss. I don't know what the fuck it is, and I'm like, I don't know what those skills are, so that's kind of cool. Will of Heaven Marshall Camp. Been here. My biggest gripe by far, the healing reduction the first time you fight a boss. I'm sorry, that's just, it's terrible. It is probably the single, like, if I had to pick one thing that stands out to me out of every game I've ever played that I'm like, that's a really fucking dumb decision, that would probably be at number one. Like, honestly, I think I probably, like if my healing had worked, I think I could have actually just fucking stayed on the difficulty I was on. I could have just stayed on legend, and my build would have been fine for getting me through the content, because I built with the expectation of, like, you know, I'm putting all of my damage into the dual blades, and in my back pocket, that's strictly meant to keep me alive. You know, if I had worked in rope dart or something, there's more damage I could have added. If I had worked in the ranged umbrella, I could have tossed that up every minute for some extra damage, but instead I was like, I want more sustain. I'm gonna go for heals. And having that become invalidated on boss fights, it just doesn't feel good at all. It's very disappointing, especially because in general, in the world, it was really good. It felt like a very solid, you know, just like, damn, my build is cooking, I'm whooping ass. Then you get to a boss and it's like, actually, you only have half a build now. And, you know, while it annoys me personally, I do think the bigger problem is with the little bit of co-op that I did play, there is, you know, obviously a healing and a tank type thing. And in the co-op I was doing, I actually think like it queued us up for, I did something and it queued us in as 1 tank, 3 DPS, and 1 healer, basically. And our healer in that boss fight wasn't even able to keep everyone alive. But me having an umbrella in my back pocket, me throwing that out, like the healer was like typing in chat, he was just like, fuck yes, thank you, oh my god, like, this is so, like, the healer was super appreciative of it, because I'm still pumping massive damage with my dual blades. But I'm like, hey, I got some fucking pocket heals I'm gonna toss out. You know, you focus on like the burst healing, keeping people up. I got a little bit of sustain I'm gonna sprinkle on the top for you. And that was so cool. Like, I've never had a moment like that in a MMO dungeon where it's like, you know, I mean, well, I guess that's not true. That's not true. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I've done that as like shaman and shit before, like occasionally tossing in heals, but I don't know. I mean, like when I think like, you know, shamans and druids and WoW, it's like, oh, I'll toss like a little healer here or there. Like, I don't know. For some reason, my brain doesn't, like, I'm like, I am dual blades. My job is I fucking pump big numbers, but I can also throw out the healing of a dedicated healer class on the side. It's just really cool because I feel like usually that's not the case. Like I said, you can do that with like shamans and feral druids. Feral druids like your instant regrowth and shit. So I suppose it's just been a while since I played WoW. Either way, it was still a really cool feeling. And so having that stripped away from you in a boss fight sucks. And then, you know, especially given the, you know, like take that multiplayer example I brought up. The healer that was in there, I'm pretty sure he was running fan and umbrella, because the ideal way to heal, I mean, if you were trying to be like a mainline healer, you would, you know, you'd toss this out as a big AoE heal and party buff, throw that out, switch over to your fan, and then you'd heal with the fan, and this would do spot heal, and you would be like just a dedicated healer that keeps everybody up. But if you wanted to do that, well, good luck fighting any boss in this game solo, not having a group to help you with that boss. And actually, even if you did have a group to help you with that boss, good luck. Because your role as the guy that keeps people alive, yeah, that role doesn't fucking work anymore. And that's just, it's, you know, it's so fucking baffling to me. Because, like, literally imagine any other MMO. I know I'm harping on this one point a lot, but, like, think about it. Can y'all think of any other MMO where you're like, my role is damage, my role is tank, my role is DPS, and then it, you know, comes time for you to be able to use that role, and the game's like, hey, actually, I know you're playing a healer, but you're not allowed to heal. Or I know you're playing a tank, but yeah, we decided you're actually not allowed to get aggro in this dungeon. Like, people would be like, what the fuck? That's stupid. Y'all are idiots. But here, that's the standard for the whole game. It's fucking wild. Makes absolutely no sense. In general, with like gameplay though, there's definitely like a lot going on. There's, you know, chests all over the place, side activities. I mean, getting meteor flight to just like zip around the map, you know, do stuff with cats and the oddities and the side missions, and the One Who legacies and the campaigns and the world bosses. In terms of like raw content from a gameplay perspective, there's definitely a lot. I think they excelled there. Like, there is a, you know, you are not starving for content playing this game. There's always something to do. I mean, when we were looking through the menus, there are menus for finding other people who want to be, that want to date and get married in the game. I think that's weird as fuck, but it's crazy that it's in here. So just in terms of like the amount of options this game has, it's through the roof, but there are some questionable gameplay choices. In terms of world design, overall, I like the world design a lot. I do wish that we got meteor flight slightly sooner, like maybe rank 3 instead of rank 4, because it feels like by the time you got it, for the most part, you're done exploring that region and getting ready to move on. So I think it'd be nice if we got it just a little bit sooner. But the actual like design going around the world and like, you know, discovering the underground areas and the above ground areas, what the fuck is happening right now, you know, that I've loved. I think they did a great job just designing the world and the overall feel of the exploration. In terms of story, I don't know, man. There were so many like different, like, you had the Parting Tears story, which I kind of kept up with, and then I got the story. I kind of got what was going on with like the coins and the fake coins and the Ember of the East and all that, but I was confused by a lot of the story. And I don't think it's that if it's the fault of the story necessarily, but I think when you add in the voice acting that doesn't match the subtitles, I mean, there were quite a few moments I was just like, what the fuck's going on? And I think it was just the way the story was being presented to me. It made it a lot more difficult to follow. So I'm not going to really speak to that. Graphics, I've heard it runs like dog shit on PS5. I've heard it runs fine on PS5. I'm not going to speak to PS5. On my computer, I think it looks great. I think this looks fine. I would say graphically, this is right there next to like Assassin's Creed, Rise of the Ronin, you know, large, open scale, very freedom focused RPG set in an Asian setting. I think it kind of nails that overall look. The details here actually look sharper than fucking Rise of the Ronin, if we're being honest. The graphics, they did good. Now, audio. Audio is a mixed bag. Because, like, sound effects are pretty top-notch in general. But the AI voices, they fucking suck dick, bro. They suck dick. I appreciate what they were trying to do. They were like, you know, we want this town to feel super alive and have everybody talking. But the end result is it sounds like a fucking Instagram or a TikTok ad. Half the time, people in the game are talking. They're like, I would like 3 bowls of soup. How much would that cost? And I'm like, yep, that's AI. Or just hearing NPCs just start talking and you can immediately tell, you know, there's no cadence, there's no inflection. You just know. You're like, oh, that's just AI. It's AI talking. It's fucking weird. I think it breaks the immersion of the game. And then the other thing is when you add in the fact that the shit the voice actors were saying a lot of the time was not one for one with the subtitles. That just made it a much more confusing experience. Because you're like trying to keep up with what the fuck's going on. But you're hearing something and what the screen is telling you is being said is different. And sometimes it's just slightly different. Sometimes it's like, what the fuck's going on? Or if you would like, you know, if people were talking slow and I'd tap the A button to speed up dialogue or something. Instead, there were times where Painted Boat Cruise, I'm not fucking going to that. There would be times where like they would already start talking the next thing and the subtitles were still rolling for the previous thing. And I think shit like that just really pulls down the overall experience. I mean, there's already a little bit of jank, which, like I said, in general, I excuse that. And I was, you know, I threw it to a fucking vote. Y'all chose English. I think if I had just stayed in Chinese, the game would have been significantly better. In terms of length and price is free. So you get amazing marks across the board there. Length, I mean, we're at 62 episodes on a Let's Play, and there's still tons of shit I could do, so the game will definitely gobble up tons of time. In terms of bugs and performance has been great for me. Like I said, I've heard mixed things regarding PS5. And in terms of bugs, there haven't been that many. I mean, there's been a couple times that I've gotten stuck, but usually I'm able to just fast travel and then resume quests to get out of it. So I think for the bugs, for the most part, I could excuse that. On a personal gripe, I fucking hate all the menus. We got there's the battle pass and then the battle pass quests in the shop, but you could go over here and we could draw stuff to get this set, and then here's some sets. Make sure, oh, it's a new day, make sure you logged out. You forgot to log in yesterday, can't get that. You got to log in every day and get your rewards. And then, oh, here's our shop with all the different shit you can buy. It's just cosmetic. You just give us a little bit of money, you can get some stuff. Premium battle pass. There's too much shit. There's too much. There's too much. Half the time, I get pop-ups and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I mean, even going into the inventory, you know, like there's just so much shit. That's just one thing. There's an overabundance of menus and systems going on to the point where personally, I would have rather just spent $70 and had this been a fully self-contained experience. There is no wait until tomorrow, the next day in real time to continue this quest. Fuck off. Let me play the game when I want to play the game. I will not be beholden to your goddamn schedule. I'm barely even playing this with people. You know, quests that you know, the time gating of quests fucking just sucks balls. Quests that you finish them and you get pop-ups from like 7 different menus, so you're having to log through all these menus and claim this shit. And even if, I mean, like, I think a simple thing would have been, you know, if I'm on the fucking game, if I'm playing the game, send that shit to my mailbox. I shouldn't need to go through a book and fucking check off, yeah, I got that stamp, give me my reward, please. Just fucking give it to me. And you know, I'd rather just pay $70 and all that shit just fucking shows up automatically, instead of me having to navigate all these fucking menus to claim all these different rewards. I'd rather just pay money. It's that obnoxious, and it's to the point where I do think it pulls the game down, because, you know, when I play games, I play games to have fun. There's plenty of fun to be had here, absolutely. But at the same time, there is a lot of tedium in this, because it's like, oh, I finished this quest. Okay, let me go do my daily login. Let me grab my battle pass. Let me go to my Jinghu exploration level. Oh, I got 2 different ticks there. Let me grab those. Oh, let me go back here. Let me open up all these thingies to maybe get a ticket outfit. Which I haven't even spoken to the gacha rate. I didn't get a single gacha reward in all the time I've played. Everything has been fucking, here's tickets, or if you save up enough, you can get an outfit. Like, cool. I don't really give a shit about an outfit to begin with, but damn, the gacha rate here is cheeks. And I think all that, honestly, I do think it pulls the game down. I think it lowers it. So, all in all, if I had to give this thing a final rating, I think my experience, I'd probably put at a 7 out of 10. I think if I had played through the whole thing in Chinese, I probably would be at like an 8 out of 10. But the AI audio messing up with subtitles, that really pulled down the experience. But some of the gameplay design decisions, you know, things like you don't get to heal in boss fights unless it's through your flasks, which we're going to super limit. And by the way, you need to go out in the world and farm materials. Like, there's just a lot of little systems like that I think you know, it's like the game has to remind you, like, I know you're playing this game solo, but hey, by the way, we're actually an MMO. It's time to go do some MMO type shit, get farming. And frankly, it's like, you know, it's not, I don't know, that ideology kind of doesn't vibe with the gameplay here. Because the gameplay, like I said, I'm putting this in the same bucket as something like, say, Tsushima or Assassin's Creed or Ronin, where it's this big open world game and I'm running around and I'm just doing stuff and having a good time. I don't want to deal with MMO shit during that. Either way, we're going to wrap things up here. It's been good. Next series we are going to be playing will be Dispatch. I've heard nothing but good things, so it should be a lot of fun. But we'll close this one out here, and I will catch y'all soon when Dispatch starts.